What up, folks? I'm Ultrazilla. Today I have a review of the Threezero Figzero-S 6-inch Ultraman Shin Ultraman. That's right, my zillions. We have the Threezero Ultraman here. Finally, the Threezero Shin Ultraman, I should say. Lots of legal stuff going on in the back, with a little shot of Ultraman. Very cool. We've been waiting for this one for a little bit. SSP. And there he is. Finally here. I ordered this direct from Threezero. It's the first time I've ordered direct from Threezero. And it took a little while to get here, I gotta say, shipping wise. So, is what it is. But, you know, I was a little scared. Like, where is the figure? Where is it? But yeah, I've been waiting for this for a while because I don't know if it was delayed, but I thought it might have been coming out a lot earlier because the SHF and a MOFX came out so close together, and now we compared those as well because they came out so close together, and we've been waiting to do a triple threat match with the three. Now I don't know where my MOFX is, so we'll have to find it before I could get to do that. But that's neither here nor there because here we're gonna do a review. So without any further ado, let's get to that review. So like the previous two figures that we've reviewed from Shin Ultraman in the super articulated category, we only get hands here. It's a very basic, bare bones release. I'm expecting some sort of like Shin Ultraman reissue or just a brand new one with some beams and whatnot at some point. You do get beam hands, you get fist hands, and you get some like, you know, splayed out hands ready for fighting. They look good. They're nice and shiny. Alrighty, so let's take a look at the articulation on this guy. This is going to be an area of interest here. The head moves around nicely on the ball joint. The neck moves around too, so you get 2 points there. You get a nice upper body joint, which has some really great movement. It can go, you know, that much down and that much back. And then you can rotate the waist without really any hindrance. It's pretty good. So all in all, that's very, very nice. You do have a butterfly joint in here, which moves pretty good. It comes out pretty far, I think. And then you can like rotate this inside nicely. So that's pretty good. You got some good movement in here. And spin, do all of that, which is good. So not bad there. It's a very interesting feeling shoulder, and that's because this butterfly joint is pretty good. You see how much I could extend it outwards from the back. See that? That's pretty awesome. Some pretty good extension there. No bicep swivel. There is a double jointed elbow, which works above and beyond and needs to be, and it's totally unnatural, but it does work very, very well. Hinge, swivel, you know, at the wrists with a little ball joint end here. See that? And then the legs, there is a drop down joint. First of all, you see it right in there, which is cool. And it can go up and go down. And then this can swivel around. Can extend about that much. Kicks forward pretty good. Back. So with that extension, you can get a lot. Without the extension, you get fine enough as well. Now, however, on this side, if you didn't see my unboxing, when I do pull it out, yeah, that tends to pop out, which is a bit of a bummer. I do have some stressed plastic there. See that? Can you see that good? I'm having some crazy glare on my viewfinder, so I'm hoping you see that good. Right in there. The plastic does appear a little stressed. I'm going to have to thicken that a little bit. It is just on a ball joint, so it is just a matter of like, you know, you're pulling it out too much. But I think that's because it's a little stressed and the other side doesn't seem that way. So it's a little stressed up there, which is creating that just little bit of like, you know, it's enough for it to come out. It's not really loose. It's just, you know, when you mess around with it like I am right now, it's going to pop out, unfortunately. You get a double jointed knee, which works really good, and then the rocking action at the foot is pretty good. You get a hinge, and you swivel around, and you get a toe hinge. So it is a pretty good articulation with some very interesting spots. I do like the shoulders a lot. You could do some interesting movements there, which is great. And the legs are actually pretty good at the hips there, but, you know, you do have a little bit of a problem on mine. I don't know if that's going to be a problem on a lot of figures. Oh, now I'm doing something weird here, where it's kind of doing a weird hanging thing. Oh, there we go. Oh. So, yeah, I'm going to have to mess around with that a little bit more. So, it is a little bit of a bummer. Okay, so looking at this guy in full, if you haven't noticed, he's pretty silver. He is more shiny than the other figures that we've gotten thus far for Shin Ultraman. Made more, you know, glaring by my lights right here, but those figures have a more of a matte finish to the silver, but this guy has a, you know, more glossy look to him. I like that because that's why I wanted it. I think in the promo pics, it was even shinier. So as you can see, you know, when you do get this guy under lights, he really, really, really shines. And it's funny because right out of the box, during my live stream unboxing, I was unsure about that. But as soon as I turned on the lights here and looked at him with, you know, some of his cohorts, yeah, it's much shinier. And that's pretty good. Proportions are very nice on this guy. I do like it. Everything seems pretty good. The shoulders give it a little bit of an odd look, the way the shoulders are cut there. But, you know, I don't hate it. You know, it is different, which is a good thing. There is some decent definition here, you know, despite him being very, like, flat. There is some definition you can see in the belly there, which is pretty good. I like how it's designed here. Like, everything appears nicely in place there in the chest as far as paint goes. Same thing on the back. The arms look pretty decent, except right there, I do have some paint, red paint. So this part is painted here on this side, which is very interesting. The red is actually painted. So that's a little bit of a mess up there on the arm. The other arm is looking pretty decent. The back here looks pretty good. The fine buttocks. The front legs, everything looks in place there. I do have some just messed up plastic there. You see that at the knee? Not so on the other side. Kind of like a sprue mark or something, you know? Then the red here looks pretty good. Everything within the lines. So that's good. I like his little pointy feet. They look pretty decent. And then I do like these hands too. The head sculpt is nice. The ears look good. Ears. This crest is well done, well defined. His eyes look pretty good. I do have what looks like a weird either black mark or some sort of imperfection there at the very edge, you know, of the lip to this crest, the beginning of this crest. See that? Little black area right there. I don't know what that's about. The mouth looks pretty good though. Back of the head is totally fine. And there you have it. I think it's pretty good overall. I don't think it's bad in any way looks-wise. You know, some slight imperfections here and there. But that shininess is really, really cool. And we're going to see how shiny, like, right now. For size comparisons, here is Shin Ultraman with some other Shin Ultraman in my collection. Not all of them, actually, but, you know, everybody in this kind of size scale. With the first Movie Monster series, the Ultra Action figure, the SHF, and the Mafex. He's very similarly sized to the SHF, maybe like a pinch taller, like very, very small amount taller. But there you go. That's what you're looking at here. He has the darkest red, but the shiniest, you know, body here. And, you know, if you want a more in-depth comparison, do stay tuned. There will be a comparison video with those three. And for some more size comparisons, here's Shin Ultraman with a bunch of other figures you might have in your collection. And my final thoughts, it's not a perfect release, you know, it's got some imperfections here and there, but I do like it. I think it's a nice, shiny figure, which is cool. It's a little bit different than the other ones, and, you know, I do like the articulation, even though I do have a little bit of a problem there with the leg popping out, so, and some stressed plastic, so, you know, it is what it is. If you like the shininess, I think you're gonna like this figure because I think it looks the part. And you know what? I don't think everybody's gonna have that kind of stressed plastic on the leg either. So if you guys do, let me know. I'd be curious about that to see if that's a more widespread thing or not. But as a figure on its own, I think it's pretty good. You know, like, it's a decent Shin Ultraman, and one that's worthy of adding to your collection if you dig this design. Now, is it better than the SHF or the Mafex? Like I said, there will be a comparison video. I have not made that full assessment quite yet, so do stay tuned for that. It will be coming up in the next week or so. And there you go. But that's my review for now. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts below, and please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Stay safe. Till next time. Peace out.